Welcome to the channel. This is where we provide the unfiltered, raw reality of the sports world. Diving straight into the action, sports pundits were left shell-shocked. Honestly, that was arguably the most agonizing
I've ever been through watching a sporting event. Valkyries demolishing the Fever tonight. By the way, very early on in the offseason, when free agency started and it became clear the Indiana Fever wasn't really going to do much,
were shouting, "This roster isn't championship caliber. They lack the necessary physical size and defensive reach. They've ignored too many critical weaknesses." Well, folks, the team currently sits with a 14-10 record.
13-10. Oh, but they beat the Aces in a game the Aces act like they did not give a shit about. Becky Hammond was laughing and hee-hee and a ha-ha right there on the court after the game.
Hammond understands that for her squad, the season only truly matters once the playoffs begin, where it's title or nothing. Tonight, everything boiled over. Caitlin Clark's frustrations are hitting a breaking point. With all the mounting drama, it's visible. Tonight,
all of it. You can tell all the drama, everything that's going on. And tonight, the refereeing, I normally, you guys know, I normally say, you're not going to get the calls. You know at this point, they're not going to give you the calls.
And keep playing. Man, Caitlin Clark really struggled tonight. Her jump shot was off and her irritation reached its limit. It reached a boiling point right there. She shot 4 for 14 from the floor and missed 7 of 8 from deep. 13 points, 6.
13 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 15, 6 of 11. Kelsey Mitchell, 7 of 16, 20 points. Sophie Cunningham, 10 points, 2 of 4 from three-point range. It was an ugly, ugly game. And it felt like the Valkyries pretty much had this bad boy.
Entire match from the very opening tip-off. They stayed in the driver's seat from start, finish. For those of you eager to praise Stephanie White's coaching brilliance, go right ahead. I might be the last person standing here, insisting that this current configuration just isn't going to get the job done. It's fundamentally broken.
All right, she's got one of the biggest superstars on the planet in all of sports. This system, it's not built for her. And I think Caitlin knows that. I think we're seeing that boil over. But she's all class. She's not going to bring it up. Now, in fairness, her agent should bring it up. But her agent's part of the club, so she's not going to bring it up.
As my friend John Root pointed out, Caitlin Clark gets the most inconsistent officiating in the league. Yet, they tolerated her outburst. That was a clear drive to the hoop that went uncalled. It's genuinely baffling.
And, wow, I got to tell you, it was on and popping in this game. Caitlin crashed out on the refs. Right here, she lost it.
And I'm fairly certain she slammed the bench as she headed off. Let's take a closer look at this footage. Honestly, the referees let things slide. She shouted, "Damn it, I've been hacked 5 freaking times.
Give me a effing call, F. I got fouled 5 times. It boiled over tonight. Caitlin Clark with one of the prettiest behind-the-back passes you'll ever see.
Watching Larry Bird execute those same kinds of passes was legendary back then, and it remains just as impressive today. Finally, Caitlin Clark connects on a jump shot right here.
Knocked it down, and wow, what a game. What a game to watch. And not in a good way, folks. Not in a good way. Sophie Cunningham, booyah, yeah. Sophie continues to be basically the best three-point shooter in all the league.
For the past few weeks now, I really feel it is time to start mentioning Sophie Cunningham, the 6th Woman of the Year award. She's absolutely earned her spot in that conversation.
This is a tough game. This was a tough game to watch. You can feel, it felt like as we was watching Caitlin Clark's emotion on the court tonight, that all the pressure, all the no calls.
Plus the ongoing drama involving other stars, like the incident with Alyssa Thomas or going back to Marina, Maybray, Kennedy Carter, and Angel Reese leveling her. Then you have Chelsea Gray,
claiming that Caitlin Clark fans are calling her the N-word when there was no proof that guy had any connection to Caitlin Clark. the fans, Indiana Fever, none of that. And then Caitlin Clark has to have all that put on her. And she's dealing with that. I mean,
There was absolutely no justification for pinning those accusations on Clark, but that's precisely what happened. It is painfully obvious that this current team dynamic and Caitlin Clark are just not a good fit long term.
or it's going to be a her or them scenario. Stephanie White, Lynn Dunn, Kelly Krauskopf, goodbye. Clean house, bring in somebody new, or Caitlin Clark gets traded. One of the two.
Who joined this league and relegated her to being the third option. Caitlin freaking Clark has been demoted to the third secondary choice on this roster. It sounds completely insane, but that is the reality of the situation.
And I think you're seeing it boiling over now. I'm going to say this out loud. I brought it up in the Ben Daniel Podcast TV chat tonight. I said, Caitlin Clark's got the leverage.
The influence is clearly in her hands. As arguably the most prominent female athlete globally, she possesses the authority and the upper hand. While she's remained professional, it's high time she marches into management, demands change, and asserts her value.
And taking names. Tell me what you think. Oh, there probably some folks that don't like my video tonight. I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm sorry, but if I own this franchise, this team would be built around Caitlin Clark. And I guarantee you, as far as my business goes as the Indiana Fever franchise, I would be printing money.
She is the revenue stream. You have to look after your assets. Also, she clearly needs better representation. Regardless, the Fever took a loss. Catch you later. I'm signing off. Catch you next time, and thanks for tuning in. Remember to hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. See you soon.